usually with Microsoft, when something good happens, you can expect something bad to happen not too long afterwards. So, this is good stuff. So I would maybe expect something bad in a couple days. It's usually the way that Microsoft does things, unfortunately. Overall, though, getting more games is always a good thing. So I don't think anybody will look at that and go, oh, this is a bad thing. So I look at this as an extremely good thing. I've been saying this for a long time. It's very impressive the way that Microsoft has kind of changed things around. I think even though they are a company that could be in danger of, losing support of the third-party developers and things like that, I don't think that's going to happen in the same way that stuff like that happened with like Sega and in some instances Nintendo. And a couple of the reasons why I think that is obviously because Microsoft has their hand in so much stuff. If you're a big publisher, maybe that publisher uses Azure, or they use something that Microsoft does. Like Microsoft has, what do they own? Bink. Physics engine or whatever it is. So the game stack, they have so much stuff, they have their hand in so much stuff, it doesn't make sense to burn that bridge to not put stuff on Xbox, especially when most things are Xbox and that Xbox and PlayStation are very similar in architecture and things like that. So it's I don't think it's as cut and dry as what a lot of people think. So again, that could be something that we see happen here and there, but I don't think that's going to happen like wide, and unless Xbox just totally flatlines next generation, and then we'll see. But I want to get into this video. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. I do daily gaming content, so if you guys are looking for something, daily, you found it. I try to have fun with it. I try to be informative as well. And, again, it really kind of comes down to what you're looking for as a gaming fan. I try to give, the story and then my take on it as well. And hopefully that's something you guys can get into. And if you do, hey, just like the video. I appreciate it. Like I said, always good stuff. And again, I know I haven't always been the biggest indie fan, but I've definitely found some love of indies, I think, more this generation. I think they've really kind of taken up the mantle of the AA title. We kind of missed the AA title a little bit. And there was a indie showcase, and they announced some good stuff and even gave a shadow drop of a pretty big game that was in Game of the Year running, right? That's something that I think a lot of people could be very excited about. There was some cool stuff in here, stuff that I've played before, and again, it all comes down to people just being excited about kind of this stuff that's coming, and I love the fact that Microsoft has so many good things in the pipeline for a lot of different gamers. So first of all, they've added one of last year's best games, Batro, if that's how you say it, has been added to Game Pass. The news was shared during an ID at Xbox Game Showcase. Publisher PlayStack has shared that the latest DLC for the game as well. A friend of Jimbo Pack 4 will add more new customizations to the popular card game, including cards based on Bugsnax, Civilization, Assassin's Creed, Fallout, Friday the 13th, and more. Previous DLC packs added to the card base of Cyberpunk 77, The Witcher Among Us, and others. Batro received 5 nominations at the Game Awards, including Game of the Year, winning 3 categories: Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Game, and Best Mobile Game. Celebrating 2 million copies sold last year, developer revealed that the game's first major update would be coming this year. This update will bring new ideas and strategies to the game as a token of a huge appreciation to the game's brilliant and passionate community. The update is completely free. According to this, it's gaming's best time thief since Vampire Survivors. Batro is an astonishingly addictive take on poker that's utterly impossible to put down, according to reviews and things like that. So again, nice to see that stuff like that is happening. What they've really kind of done is put out some games that finally have some release dates as well. Interestingly enough, 33 Immortals, which is a game that a lot of people were looking forward to, coming March 18th, so that got an interesting little thing there as well. Some of the other games that kind of look like they could be kind of cool is Descenders Next, which is launching April 9th. The sequel to the downhill biking Game Pass sensation Descenders Next broadens its scope to include multiple ways to go really, really fast down a mountain, promising to be the ultimate extreme sports game, tackle multiple biomes on snowboards and mountain boards when it arrives on April 9th. So nice to see that one kind of looking in there as well. Looking through this list, let's see. Lies of P Overture, which is like, I guess, DLC for the Lies of P game. I always thought Lies of P was about Phil Spencer. Maybe I'm confusing that with something else. Anyway, I'm just kidding. There's other things kind of coming out as well that we see some things. Revenge of the Savage Planet, which is coming to Game Pass on May 8th. Co-op exploration adventure. So again, that's really cool that's kind of coming out as well. Let's see, kind of looking through here real quick. Tron Catalyst from Disney, the development. That's weird that's into the idea to Xbox thing, though. Anyway, closer look at the game's protagonist, what we see there as well. Let's see. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff coming there. Woodo was a kind of interesting looking game as well. Story-driven game showed off where they look like they're wood-carved things. Pieced together 3D puzzles. The trailer revealed how you build the story by literally building the world, pulling 3D objects from your menus to fill a screen, or a scene, excuse me. So yeah, nice to see all this kind of stuff come together. And Microsoft continue to add some, be able to surprise the fans and things like that. I think like the surprise announcements and things really kind of help out and go a long way in making sure that people have something to kind of always look forward to there. Sometimes Game Pass can be a little bit hit or miss or whatever, and sometimes when you get these like little announcements that come out of these type of showcases, it's just kind of a cool thing. So nice cool thing to kind of keep an eye on. In the future, we see these things happening. Xbox is kind of a bit on the roll lately, in my opinion. I think they've released some quality games just from going into, for me personally anyway, Indiana Jones into Avowed. Really good. Like I look at Indiana Jones, and that's just such a great game. And Avowed so far shaping up to be a very, very good game as well. Something that is, I think, a little bit unexpected. I mean, yeah, there's some little things there, but overall, I think that we finally started to hit a good cadence from Microsoft, and that's going to be a very fun thing to be seeing as an Xbox fan. It's like we aren't really used to this, getting actual games from the first party. It's like, hey, stop the presses. That's something that we never really see. So I love the fact that we're kind of seeing this, and that everything's kind of coming together the way that it is, and at the same time, I look at it and I go, okay, well, Microsoft is, finally delivering on, what they've been promising for, a great number of years now, 7-8 years. It's just nice to see, a lot of this stuff kind of come together. So, again, Microsoft has definitely a lot of stuff to do, a lot more to kind of win people over, in my opinion, but I still think that they are doing some really, really cool stuff that people could be happy about. And if you're an Xbox owner, let's just say you only own an Xbox Series X or S, listen, you're set with games, everything is good for you. You'll have everything that is that you've been wanting to play, and things are starting to kind of look really good for you as an Xbox fan. So again, it really kind of comes down to how you feel about this stuff. Hopefully we do continue to get exclusives. I would hope that Microsoft really kind of get their act together with a lot of this stuff. I want to see Xbox not only survive, and I'm talking about Xbox the console. I couldn't care less about them like as a company per se. The console needs to survive and be competitive with PlayStation, and I think that's what a lot of us are kind of looking at and hoping to see. That's the idea in my opinion anyway. So I would love to see that. I hope to see that. And at the end of the day, that's on Microsoft. They're the ones that are going to have to go out there and make sure that everything is copacetic or whatever, and the gamers have what they're looking for and what they need, because that's the most important thing, giving the content to the people who are entrusting you by buying your console in the first damn place. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll leave this article in the description. Rack them up. What games are you looking forward to? Let me